Good morning, English 111. It's Jamie. It's a little cold today, so I'm in my fleece in my hat that I knitted and stuff, so it's feeling, I think I might be coming down with something. But a good thing about teaching online is that I can feel a little under the weather and I can still be teaching you. So I'll jump into some feedback for you. I looked over your papers on the peer feedback forums. Again, I would never have you guys do peer feedback if I didn't agree 95% of the time. And I do. You guys are saying great things. Almost all the time I want to say ditto, ditto. Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Way to go. Rarely do I have comments to offer, and they're usually stuff like I would think, oh, well, maybe they didn't need that comma and someone said you needed a comma, but mostly you guys are right on. So listen to your peers. I want you to do a few things though. Number one, I want you to check over your thesis. Make sure you have a thesis, and also once you look at your thesis, which is generally at the beginning of, or excuse me, it's at the end of the first paragraph. And the reason we put it there is because people are expecting it. If you think about when you go into a room, you're looking for the light switch, like in the same spot. You're like, oh, there's the light switch. And it always screws you up a little bit if the light switch is in the wrong place. I know that I end up sort of like banging the walls trying to find where the light switch is. Doesn't mean I can't find it or I can't turn the light on, but it does mean that I spent a long time doing that. And what happens is if your reader is looking for your thesis at the end of the first paragraph, they're really excited and eager to see it there, and they're expecting it, so it'll be really easy for them to see it there. So check the location of your thesis, but also check to make sure it says what you actually say in your paper, and sometimes that's a problem. We'll think we're going to say something, and then our paper will happen, and then we'll be like, oh, I didn't really talk about that. Don't change your entire paper, just change your thesis so it says what you're actually doing. The other thing to check, so we've got thesis, then we've got in-text citations. A lot of you have a list of citations at the end, but remember, just like the last paper, we need in-text citations, which are those citations in parentheses. So if you're offering some information about the person you're profiling and you got it from somewhere, in parentheses it should say blah 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 2004 or whatever it comes from, and then I should see that same information at the reference page. So use your book a lot for this part. The book is actually really good about citations and really good about APA formatting. That's one of the strongest parts about your textbook, so make sure you use that, and also send them to me for help. Check your thesis, use in-text citations. Third one is to make sure that you're focusing on expertise and that you're offering details about the people you're profiling that are mostly focused on their expertise. Granted, we want to get a general sense of them, but I don't think I always need to know where they went to school or what years they went to school in. What I might need to know is that school was a part of their training, and here's how this worked, okay? So make sure you're focusing your details on the things that you need to continue your discussion about expertise, in which you're testing Coyle. You're saying, Coyle said this about expertise, and I looked at this person or these people and how they became experts, and I'm seeing if they match up together. Okay? Just check your thesis, in-text citations, use the details you need for expertise, and the last part is proofreading. In terms of proofreading, I need you to make sure that you're stopping and slowing down and following some of those things on that handout. Our brains are super smart. They will fix things, and that part I have with the evil brain is true. Your brain changes the words. It wants you to understand, and so you have to trick yourself. Really, if I were to put a special star by any of those more than others, it would be reading it out loud. And I know that you might feel silly doing it, but it's so important. It would be like, it'd be the magic wand that I would give you. I would say read it out loud, or have someone else read it out loud, or you can use your phone to record yourself, read it out loud, and then listen to it. If you're stumbling on any parts of it, then that sentence needs some love. You don't even have to know how to fix it. You just need to know that it needs something. Sometimes when I'm in a sentence, I'm writing it and I'm a little stuck. Like I think, oh, I'm not really sure how to use that. If I don't know yet and I can't find the answer, I'll just use a different sentence structure rather than get it, then get it wrong. So those are my good pieces of advice to you. Check your thesis, in-text citations, use the details that relate to expertise, not so much about the person's whole life, and proofreading, okay? Please email your papers to me for help. Talk to the writing lab. I'm here to help you. Even though I look all under the weather, I'm still able to do it all. So thanks a lot, everybody. Oop, how was that?